you can see, we're still at the Peak Hotel. It's for the ECFG Elevate Child Funders Group. Yeah, am I right?
You are, and the Early Childhood Funders Group together.
Yeah, the Early Childhood Funders Group as well. Yeah, my name is Eric Namai. This is Toto on podcast, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a very good guest. I hear you're famous.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but welcome to the podcast. This is
Thank you.
Toto on podcast. It's really a privilege having you in the podcast. Yeah, if you had a crowd, I could say a round of applause, but we only have two cameramen, so a round of applause, everyone. A round of applause.
Not necessary, not necessary.
All right, so probably you can introduce yourself, and we'll continue. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lisa Baumer, and I Baumer.
Okay.
And I direct the Global Early Childhood Development work at the Conrad Hilton Foundation, based in Los Angeles, U.S.
All right. So I'm pretty sure you, or I don't know if I'm certain, but you are one of the planners for this AGM?
Yeah, we're involved in the Global Early Childhood Funders Group. Yeah.
So how has the last 2 days been for you?
It's been amazing. You know, it's valuable to come together with other funders and to really learn and share. But what's been great is having community members, grassroots organizations, national NGOs, activists with us here, because we've been able to really share ideas and appreciate. Well, funders really need to deeply listen to people with lived experience, people from communities we're seeking to serve.
Yeah.
So it's been really, really deep. There's been site visits, there's been panels, there's been informal conversations like we're having that honestly, if we take back those learnings to our offices and back to sort of change and transform the way we do business, ideally.
Right, so I'd like to ask, what has been, because we've talked about being in a very informative room, right? You know, where people are really giving out their opinion, and you said you're a funder yourself, right? So one question that I'm gonna say I wasn't told to ask is, so like the thought process that comes, what do you think you've learned right now when it comes to funding and funding different organizations, you know, when it comes to child protection, when it comes to early childhood development, what do you think is now different that you've taken from here and you can, you know, now go with it and then it's going to make a change for you?
I think we've really talked about the need to shake things up in terms of how we do business. And we're committed to getting more funding to local organizations. We've made that commitment as an organization. Traditionally, we funded INGOs, and then they fund local organizations. So we're looking to support more local intermediaries. But I think hearing grassroots groups say access is a big issue for us, and you've got to change the way you do business, I think was really thought-provoking. And one of the ideas that was shared today was, why don't you accept a video proposal instead of a written proposal?
A video proposal?
Yeah, isn't that unique?
It's
I mean,
really
you can
unique.
see community groups or a youth organization. And so we can't do a lot of small grants ourselves because we have large amounts of money and a small staff, but we can fund more innovative intermediaries that could work that way. And so I think we're questioning our own processes and asking, what do we need to do differently to increase that access to resources for grassroots groups?
So like based from that, you know, feedback, how did you used to do it before? The funding process.
Yeah, I mean, I think traditionally for organizations like mine based in the US, it's been US-based international NGOs that have got the lion's share of the resources, because they have people based in the US who are really good at writing proposals, and they're really good at pitching ideas, and hopefully they've consulted with people here. But we want to shake that up, and we've made a commitment that at least a quarter of our resources are directly granted to local groups. So, and we're working to exceed that. So I think we were more like 30 to 40% this year. So in order to do that and to get to smaller grassroots groups, we have to work through more local intermediaries.
Yeah.
So, women's funds, there's and we're working with a number of them based here in Kenya as well as on the continent.
Yeah.
So it's and most funders are trying to do a better job when it comes to what we call locally led development.
All right, so I have one question of the day, and I've asked this to almost everybody who's been here. Did you always see yourself doing this? Like when you were a child or when you were a young person, did you see yourself doing this?
No. I was going to be a writer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I think in the course of my career earlier in public health and working here in Kenya almost 30 years ago, I worked with foundations that sort of listened to me and gave me resources to innovate.
Yeah.
And so that got me really interested in foundations because I saw how nimble and creative foundations can be and how they can fill in the gaps that sometimes are left with large funders and government.
Yeah.
And be innovative and creative. So it kind of helped forward me on my path to becoming a funder.
All right, so you always wanted to be a writer? You haven't written any book?
No. I hope later on,
Yeah.
I hope I get back to, even just for my own, for
Who's
myself.
your favorite writer so far?
It's a really good question. I'm not sure I can answer that at the moment. I'm drawing a complete blank at the moment.
Okay, you can have a hierarchy, probably of 3.
Yeah, Barbara Kingsolver, I really like. Barbara Kingsolver.
Okay.
But yeah, there's lots of others that I'm completely blanking on.
All
Sorry
right,
about that.
Which book would you recommend me to go read?
Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver.
Demon Copperhead.
Yeah.
I will definitely go and check that out. Thank you so much. But also I need to ask you one more question. What are you looking forward to for the next, 2 days? Because it's a whole week, right? So for the next 3 to 2 days, what are you looking forward to? As a funder yourself, what are you looking forward to hear? What feedback are you looking forward to hear? What message are you looking forward to give as well?
Yeah. I think we're looking to look at how funders can collaborate, particularly those working in Kenya. We're going to be talking about childcare. We know childcare is a big emerging issue. It allows more women to work. It's good for young children. It's good for the business community. So we're going to be talking about what models are working, how we can better collaborate to support Kenyan children, women, communities, businesses. I think those are some of the main. And then finally, advocacy. We want to look at how we better support the Kenya Early Childhood Network and other local advocates, because we know civil society is really critical to ensuring there's more focus on young children and families.
Right, fantastic. Now I'm going to teach you one word. You told me you've been in Kenya for almost 30 years. That's okay, I can't say it's twice my age.
In and out. Never lived here.
Oh, in and out.
Full disclaimer.
All right, but you know
I'd
a
love
word
to
or two.
learn a word though. Yeah, I know a word or two.
I'm going to teach you one word that I've been teaching everybody in this podcast.
Let's hear it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Say bazenga.
Say bazenga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say mimi ni bazenga. As we finish, say mimi ni bazenga.
All right, what's it mean?
Mimi ni bazenga.
Can you tell me what it means?
Yeah. I am dope.
I am dope?
I am cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a stretch, but Mimi se bazenga. Mimi se bazenga.
Oh, no. Mimi ni bazenga.
Mimi ni bazenga.
Yes, and we are all bazengas, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the podcast.
Asante sana.
Karibu.
Asante.
And welcome. Thank you. And welcome once more. All right. I've been looking forward to seeing you in the next few days that are coming.
Thank you.
All right?
Good job.
Yeah.
Loved being on your podcast.
I loved having you on the podcast.
Oh,
it's
you're
really,
so sweet.
It's really inspirational.
Sorry, I drew a blank on the books. I'm not very good at remembering books.
Oh, okay. You told me Demon
Copperhead.
Demon Copperhead. All right.
There's probably other ones out there.
All right, see you guys on the next episode. Don't go anywhere. Remember, our social media platforms are at Toto News. Just It's simple. Toto News on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, literally everywhere. And YouTube. I almost forgot where this video is going, on YouTube. Bye-bye.